Thanks for joining me again. Now, what we've got today, really interesting. This is the Vauxhall Corsa 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, all very similar, all got the same issue. Now, you try and start the car, it whizzes over, won't fire up. We go to the car and we turn the key. The rev counter doesn't move at all, it doesn't fluctuate when you're cranking it over. The only way to be sure of the fault is to use a code reader. So just in front of the gear knob you've got the little EOBD socket there. I'll put some links in the description to the code reader so you can pick one up off Amazon if you need one. But you just plug it straight in that socket there, turn the ignition on, and then we read the codes, and we've got that P0335, which is the crankshaft sensor. So I'll erase that code and disconnect. 9 times out of 10 on these, it's going to be the crankshaft sensor is faulty. Really common fault. So what we're going to do today is whip it out, stick a new one in, and jobs are good one. Now you've got to get underneath the car to change this, so we need to jack it up, get underneath, and at the back of the engine, tucked away, just above the drive shaft, that's where the sensor is. It's a little bit fiddly to get at, but once it's in the air, you can see it and you can get on it with a little ratchet. So let's get underneath, right into the mucky bits. Now as I crawl under here, you can get right to the back of the engine there, and up the top, above that drive shaft, you can just make out the crankshaft sensor. There it is, it should come in, there we go. Sorry about some of the camera work on this, but it's really fiddly to get at. Tucked away right at the top there. So on your back, you can get your hand up there, you push the little tab on the plug and disconnect it. And there you go, now we've got the bare sensor just sticking out the back of the block. Now it's held in with that little external Torx bit. You can, with a real fiddle, get a standard 8mm socket on it. You can hear me puffing and panting on this, trying to get my arm up there, because it is fiddly. And it's dark as well, which isn't the hell. I've got the torch and everything else, so it is a bit fiddly. I'm trying to get the camera in there so you can see it as best I can, because it is a tricky one. Now then, just using that electric ratchet, I can swizz that out. You can just use a little quarter drive set, 8mm, like I say, 8mm socket, and it sits straight on top of that external Torx bit, unless you've got the external Torx bit, which is even better. But anyway, getting this out, I'm not going to lie to you, this one is tight. It's a real awkward one. I managed to turn it, and I'm going to keep the camera running, because it'll make you laugh. It is a fiddly little blighter to get out. I've tried to get a screwdriver up there and just shift it, and you can see it just starting to move. These are brittle. The plastic is brittle on them. The key to this, you've got to try and pull it out dead square, which is, you know, almost impossible when you're struggling and fiddling on your back. They've got a rubber seal round them, which gets stuck. And that's the hard thing, trying to pull it out. Oh look, here we go, and I had a little crack there. You know what's coming. One tweak too many. Oh no, and you'll turn Bertie. There it is. Oh god, look at that, look. So that one ain't going back in again. Not that you wanted to, because it's broke anyway. But this is where we're at. It's a tricky little thing to get out. We've got to get you get in behind it and try and prise it. It's really tough. You can't really get any pliers on the end of it. There's just no room. But perseverance. You've got to be persevere. You've got to persevere with this and just keep working at it, and eventually it will come out. Like I say, I'm going to keep the camera running. I'm going to obviously fast forward some of the bits so that you're not bored to tears, but you'll get the gist of how hard it is to get it out. And I'm just going to keep working it, trying to shift it. If you can get behind it like that and pull it from that side as well, just by twisting and tweaking, working this side, working the other side, grabbing hold of it. I'm trying to pull it with my hand there, but it's just stuck now. It's stuck and it won't shift with my fingers. I just can't get enough purchase on it with my fingers to move it. So it's going to be a screwdriver, and it's going to be a tap tap. Just keep tapping away at it, keep tapping away, tapping on it, trying to get it out as even as possible. Just get in there, tweak it, Oh, there you go, look, here we go. So here goes the fast forward. This is going to take, if I was rolling this in standard time, it takes me 15 minutes to get this out the hole. And you can just see the little rubber now. There's the rubber seal just starting to appear as I'm twanging and tweaking and tapping. And oh, and there goes the camera. We're back, here we go. So look, I'm wiggling, twiddling, tapping and tweaking, and oh, what a nightmare it was. It was as tight as you like. It sort of got to a point where it just got stuck. But here we go, look, it's shifting now. We've got about, what, 10 mil of it sticking out the hole now. And it's just because it's not coming out straight, it just makes it so difficult to get it out. Once you get a little bit of plastic lip on it inside, you just struggle getting it out. It's a really tight one. But we are getting there now. Look, it's definitely shifting. It's definitely working its way out. Front, back, side. Just keep at it. Keep at it, look. Yeah, 15 minutes later, like I say. It's oh dear. Did I have neck ache after this? I certainly did. And this is it, look, here we go. The last bit, the final frontier. It's coming. It's coming. Come on, baby. Out you come. One last wiggle. Oh, please, out you come. Out you come. Come on. Come on. Oh, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh, it's there, look, blooming heck. What a job that was. And there it is. The dastardly old damn sensor, look. The crankshaft sensor is out. Luckily, the new one there does go straight in. They always go in easy, coming out, like I say, they're a pig to get out. Sometimes they come straight out, if you look at other times they are tight like that one was. So yeah, let's get it back in the hole. Just make sure that your rubber seal has come out and it's not still stuck in the hole, because if you've got two rubbers in there, it's not going to go in properly. Obviously we saw that mine came out with the sensor, so we're okay with that. Just gently, don't force it in, just gently. Once it's right and it's level, it'll go straight in, no problem at all. So there you go. Did you say, oh, straight in, look, straight in. Now this final bit's important. You've got to twist it and rotate it to get that seal past that lip. You've got to get it in before you put the bolt in. If you try and put the bolt in with that sticking out now, it'll snap that little lug off. So just rotate it. Look, watch me rotate that. And there, in it goes, look, it's just popped in. Did you see that go in? So now it's in, flush, we can get the bolt in. And we know it's not going to snap off that little, the little lug that's sort of where the bolt attaches to, what we broke off on the old one. Just get that centralised, wind it in with his fingers, get it started, and then I can get the socket on it and get it wound up. Like I say, some of these come straight out and it's a nice easy job, but other times, like this one, a real tricky one. I'm glad this was tight, because I'm filming it. I don't want to make this look too easy, but I'm glad that it kind of was a bit tricky, because it just shows you that, you know, the tricky ones, even though they're a pig, they do come out and it is doable. So that's that bolt nipped up nicely. Don't go too mad on it, you don't need to. And then we get that connector plug and just pop that straight back down again. You'll hear it clicking. There you go, look. Oh, come on, in you go. Bingo. Good as gold, look. All attached. Wires on. Nice. Just got to try and get out from under the engine. And that's the dastardly one. We'll drop the car back down again. Get it on the floor. Let's give it a whiz, see what happens. Come on, baby. Moment of truth. Oh, good as gold. And because we wiped the codes on the previous when we plugged in, everything's good, lights out. So that was a real job to get out. Sometimes they come straight out, other times they're tight. This one was blooming tight. The issue is, when you're drawing it out, you've got to try and get it out really straight. If you get it slightly off cue, off centre, then because it's plastic, it jams and sticks on the inside and you really struggle to pull it through. But because it's in such an awkward place, it's hard to get it out straight. So, you know, you're trying to lever it from the side and it's pulling it slightly off centre. But anyway, we did manage to get it out in the end. We've changed it over and it's an absolutely super job. It's running and, yeah, everything's sorted. So, I hope that's been of use to you. Drop me a little thumbs up. Drop me some comments. Like, subscribe. Yeah, thanks for watching.